the Grizzlies are acting like a rap group, dog. Like they tripping, man. And you know what? No disrespect to Ja. I love what Ja does. Ja is such a very excitable player. You know, it comes with a lot. You got the dad right there who's getting into stuff. You got, you know, Ja's athleticism, always trying to dunk on people who question his game and how he plays the game. But you really can't take anything away from him, man. He's a real dog. But with the rest of that team, you know, guys like a Jaren Jackson Jr., who probably would go under the radar if he wasn't on the Grizzlies. He's a really, really good basketball player. But now with him being on the Grizzlies, that is kind of pronounced even more who he is and what he is. And there's the microscope of are the Grizzlies troublemakers. And I don't feel like the Grizzlies are necessarily bad guys, but they do give me that vibe of the underdog that barks even when there's no opposition. What do you mean, Dukes? Sometimes you got like a dog or you got like a guy who has a chip on his shoulder. The Grizzlies almost got short man complex. Me being like 5'8", you know, and I'm generous, but me being about 5'8", I've always come into contact with people who felt like that I was being more aggressive than need be based on the fact of maybe somebody thought that because I was shorter than the average guy that I was going to be less of a man. And I think that the Grizzlies have a little bit of that going on right now. Whereas, like, you know what, y'all don't respect us, so we're going to make y'all feel it. So, like Dylan Brooks, for example. Man, Dylan Brooks does some of the weirdest stuff. The stuff with Donovan Mitchell, dog, come on, bro. Like he wrote, so the other day, Dylan Brooks and Donovan Mitchell get into a little tussle, and Dylan Brooks ends up on the ground, and him and Mitchell are kind of like intertwined, and he rolls over and he throws like this little flailing fist right into the nether region of Donovan Mitchell, where no man wants to be hit, and Mitchell goes off, and he should have. And that was kind of the moment where I said, you know what, the Grizzlies are doing a lot. If the Grizzlies can reel it in a little bit and focus on basketball, yeah, they'll be that they're the closest thing to a juggernaut in the NBA right now. But as long as they're able to, as long as people are able to bait them in technical fouls, people are able to get inside their heads, teams are able to just frustrate the Grizzlies, that talent level goes down a little bit because it seems like they lack a little bit of the emotional maturity it takes to win a championship. So until they get that in check, I think you'll see the Grizzlies not really come into their final form. And we could be a year or two off, but the Grizzlies are probably the team that scares me the most as far as becoming that next juggernaut in the NBA because of who they have and where they are. But as long as they don't have that emotional maturity to check some of those times and know if and when to do something, then they'll always kind of be a liability when it comes to my gambling dollars. Because when it comes down to a playoff series, I'm looking at everything. And right now, the Grizzlies scare me a little bit.